Namaste, and welcome to this Sangha of Being Hangout. So at the moment, it's Sangha of Being Amba and Ambika and Aparna. No. Okay, I'm going to just plug these earphones in. So there's no guidelines or anything. We're just here to be in satsang together, because satsang just means association with truth. That doesn't mean we have to speak the words of awareness and consciousness and all, but just that we're speaking from our heart, or even not speaking from our heart, but basically not listening to our mind because we're tired of that nonsense. And I don't have anything to say, so something might come, but both of you are welcome to say anything you want. Let's see what happens. And if we just stay quiet, that's okay. But I'm very happy to see you. Namaste, Aparna.
Nice to see you, Ambaji, after a long time.
Yeah.
I just unmuted and I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Silly, because it's long time we're out of, we lost how. I don't know what's the point. It feels like I've forgotten to use Hangout.
It's good if you've forgotten stuff.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, isn't it?
Hi.
Hi.
I don't have anything to say. I'm just here to hang out.
Yeah, same. I feel like it's good when we're here to hang out, but because it's broadcasting, it's less likely that we're going to talk complete nonsense. Because if it wasn't broadcasting live, we might start talking about random things. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have that feeling. But I mean, if we start talking about random things, it's okay. There is actually nothing to say.
We're just here.
Yep. Stacey is watching on YouTube as well. She says namaste. So namaste, Stacey. Happy that you're here. Oh. Happy that you're here. Oh. Happy that you're here. Oh. And Stacey, same for you. Even though you're watching on YouTube, if you have something that you want to say, you're welcome to say it. Or if you want to give us some idea of something to talk about, then you're welcome to do that. If you're watching on YouTube, if you have something that you want to. Someone has their YouTube on.
Oops, sorry.
I had a very kind of cryy day yesterday, so I'm hoping that I'm not gonna start crying again.
I don't mind.
Okay, thank you. Maybe we can have crying.
Crying is not so.
Yeah. It's very nice just to be together.
Yeah. Just to share the same space.
Yeah. Stacy says it's very nice to be in presence with you all. Thank you so much. Same. If anyone was watching this and they didn't know anything about satsang or anything, what? They're meeting up to hang out and they're just not saying anything. That's bizarre. Somehow it's very beautiful when you can just enjoy being in silence both together with people. Because often when you're together with people, you feel like like there's some need or something to say something, or you know. But actually there's no need. And we probably communicate better without words anyway.
It's just like we're all not saying anything and we all know what we mean.
It's like it's all being said.
Yeah, like you don't need to say something because
Sometimes saying something is nice.
yeah.
Never happens like that. I really feel less and less inclined to say anything, or to like want to say anything at all. Because it's like, no, just, you know, like I do know, but like it's like there's no point in it. I feel like whatever I say is not even here. Like it's just better for me to stay quiet. You know, like Ananta said something in I think it was like the second last satsang. I just remember it now. He was speaking to Janaki and he said something along the lines of, um, he was basically saying, like, whatever you see is an appearance, so you just don't need to be concerned with it at all. So I really feel like that, like, whatever it is, even if it's like, I feel like even if it's words that are coming from my heart, in some sense, this is just right now, okay, because like tomorrow or later on I might feel different. But like I feel like I'm just like not even interested in anything at all. Like because everything is just an appearance, and I really just feel like that the I don't know, like the silence or something. That's like before everything is just like too beautiful. You know, and I'm just not interested in all the stuff that comes after that. But still all the stuff is here, so I don't know. There's a little robin inside my window. This is just random, but I just gonna say anyway. I love waking up in the morning because it's like when you wake up, you just notice that like the world appears all of a sudden. It's like a surprise. Like it just appears. Like you don't get any warning or something. Like it's gonna appear. It's just like all of a sudden it just appears. But like it's very obvious that nothing like changed because you're just like aware of the same unchangingness. But then like the world is there, and I just really like it. But it's a very nice moment. Like I mean, all the moments are nice, but I like the moment of waking up because I was talking with someone recently, and I don't know if you can notice the moment of going to sleep. I never really noticed like the moment of going to sleep.
Are you asking?
What?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I'm interested to know if anyone can notice the moment of going to sleep. Like, 'cause you lie down in bed, okay, and you know you're going to sleep. But I don't know if maybe it's that when you fall asleep, there's nothing to like report that it knows, like because what wakes up in the morning, it knows that it knows it's awake, like, and knows it exists. But when you go to sleep, that's disappearing. So maybe you do know, but you can't say that, you know. Does that make sense? Anyway, can have you ever noticed yourself like the moment of falling asleep?
Mm, what what comes to mind is when you wake up
Mm,
and it's like the world is there, but there's no labels.
yeah,
That kind of empty space, and so there's like this short moment where there's nothing,
mm,
and when you go to sleep, it's kind of the same but in reverse.
yeah. I know what you It's like, but that moment, there's still like beingness there in that moment. There's like, you could say like there's beingness without without labels, like you said, without labels. But I mean, like, even before existence at all. So when you wake up in the morning, okay, what appears is like your presence or your sense of existing, and that exists without any labels at all. So that's like what you said is like the moment when you wake up in the morning and there's no labels, and it's the same in the night. But in the morning you can notice that like that suddenly all of a sudden this like existence appeared, and it's like, oh. But I know like the ooh comes after that because ooh is like a label as well. Anyway, it's really not important. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just interested a little bit right now in this moment to seem to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can somehow like you know when you exist as soon as there's like existence or a sense of existence, you know about it straight away, even without labels. Like so without any like talking about it, and it's just like an innate knowing. Like you just know that you exist.
Yeah,
And like that's there all the time, like all throughout the day, but you're not like so much thinking about it, but like somehow in that moment, that first moment when you wake up in the morning, it's very like apparent and obvious. Like seems like it's like that here anyway. It might be different everywhere, but then it just made me wonder how you don't so much notice when it disappears. It's like it's irrelevant. Yeah, it's like that though. It's irrelevant. It disappears. Oh my god. Oh.
when the sense of being disappears.
Yeah, I'll make myself cry now. Yeah, when the sense of like being disappears, there's nothing to like say it's good or say it's bad or care about it at all. So in the sense like when you wake up in the morning, it can be enjoyed because anything, all that like enjoyment comes in the being, but without being, there's nothing. So it's like irrelevant. So I don't know if it's even noticeable. I don't know. It's an interesting thing to look at.
Yeah.
Because you know what, if it disappears, like, or when it disappears, there's nothing to, there's nothing to like say anything about anything.
No, it's just completely.
Okay, let's see what Stacey says. Stacey says, I have witnessed it to some extent, usually because I notice a dream starting. Once I was aware during sleep, but just once. I have not been able to catch the waking up part though. They're right before the eye comes. I usually wake up suddenly, sort of shock. Yeah. It's like that. It's like it's not like a shock so much, but yeah, that's how it, like it just appears all of a sudden. You don't get any like warning or something. You're going to exist like now. Maybe. Yeah. But not like just like so Stacey was saying she notices a dream starting. But like maybe there's like two fallings asleep. That's not even a word. Falling. Like because your body can fall asleep and you can start to dream, but if maybe it means then like you're going into like deep sleep, complete sleep, where like everything disappears. Because really, if you're dreaming, you're still not really asleep. You're not in deep sleep. Hmm. Are you thinking about something big?
Yeah. It's just that I was just thinking that that deep sleep is like absolutely zero. There's just
Mm,
nothing there.
mm.
It's before anything, and that's here now also. And
That's why it's so funny. Like I remember a while ago, a few years ago, maybe I was saying to someone like waking up is actually like falling asleep. Like everything in the world is like upside down. So like people call like when you're in satsang and all, it's like awakening, but actually it's like falling asleep. Because like you're getting more and more in touch with that state that's here when you're in deep sleep as well, and all the like phenomenon is like getting less and less. Um, you're less and less interested, like same as being asleep. So actually, it's like it shouldn't be called awakening. It should be called like whatever the opposite is. Honestly,
falling asleep.
it might not be so appealing. Okay, I'm going to read what Aparna wrote because she can't talk because her baby's sleeping. So, Aparna says, I just feel to share that everything is from awareness. So everything is it. So nothing is apart from it. All is it. And nothing is it too. That way, know where to go, nothing to do. All is one and one is all. And so much love in this. So I feel mute at the moment. Nothing can be spoken about it, apparently, even the I am. Yeah. I like when Moody says, like, drown in this and drown in this love. It's just like what Aparna said there, like nothing can be spoken about this. And it's so true because, like, so many people are, like, actually, no one is speaking about it at all. Because, like Aparna says, no, you can't actually speak about it. And somehow, when you're, like, experiencing, you can say, like, the truth of who you are, something is like, I don't know, like maybe you want to like share it, but like it can't be shared because it can't be spoken about. So the only thing that like anyone can do is point us to it. That's all. It's like what people say, you have to see it to believe it. And in this case, you don't even have to believe it. But, no, like fish finding water. Yeah. Do you know what makes me cry the most is that actually I can't even say it. It's like anything. Anything. Sorry. It's like anything that can be seen, isn't it? No matter how much you think that you see. And no matter how much you think that you know, you don't. Even when you think that you're like seeing yourself, you're actually not. Because you can't be seen. It's like anything that is like experienced, no matter how like subtle it is just like consciousness. And I don't mean like just consciousness, because consciousness is very beautiful and actually it's not different. than what we are, but we can't ever see. We can't ever see what we are. Should probably turn my camera off now and have a cry. It's like this doesn't make any sense, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's like the more I see, it's like the more I realize that actually I'm not seeing anything at all. So fun. Hi Shivani and Nelly. Namaste. So we're just like crying and laughing about nothing at all. Okay, I'll be back in a sec, okay, because I have to get tissue. Life is actually like hilarious. It's like we're so happy and so like joyful and so full of love and all to find nothing. It's very fun. And not even to find nothing, but to just like not find anything because there's nothing to be found.
It's really, really, really nice.
Yeah.
That is happy for no reason.
Yeah.
The rest is for
Yeah.
nothing.
It's just happiness for the sake of happiness. And if it's like not happiness, like sadness, it's just sadness for the sake of sadness. Which basically means it's for the sake of nothing.
Yes, everything exists for its own sake. Just because it does.
We don't mind if Jess is noisy. Shivani, if you want to say something, anything. We like Jess noise.
I don't want to say anything, but she's just like jumping around and doing exercises and stuff on the bed while she's going to sleep. So
Oh,
that's it's disturbing.
okay.
Disturbing silence.
Tell her we say hi.
Hello. Say hi. Jess, say hi.
Hi, Jess. Oh, that's so cute.
supposed to be going to sleep, but that's how she goes to sleep.
Oh, she has to
Jump
tire
down.
herself out first, does she?
Yeah. She just stops all of a sudden. You just look over and she's asleep. So I'll just mute so that's not so crazy.
Isn't it like the experiencing of it is easier than to say something about it, to talk
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
and it's actually like the most natural, intuitive kind of thing, and to the mind it's the most impossible, most difficult.
Yeah. It's like the mind that just wants to complicate everything. That's like its job is to complicate anything it can complicate. Like it complicates what's like uncomplicatable. And it does a good job of it, pretty much. Seems to anyway. I have to say that like I just love so much Ananta's words of don't believe your next thought because maybe it's possible that there could be something more simple, but I've never ever heard anything so simple at all. Because when you're like in that space of like believing in your mind, everything seems so like complicated and crazy. And like it's like there's some maybe like you heard that you can get out of it or something. Okay? And like you don't have to be like that. But to just like not believe your thought is like the simplest, quickest, like just most obvious thing. Like and it's like because when you're believing the mind, it feels like there is sometimes a point where it feels like you're never going to like be free of all the madness. You know, if your mind is like noisy and like there's lots of like emotions or you have a lot of crazy stories in your life or something, it can feel like it's like never ending and there's no way out at all. And even if you hear that, like don't believe your next thought. And if you even if you're like coming across like masters, but if you're still like caught up in that thing, it can really like you can really believe that like there's no way out and it's gonna take me like it's gonna take me like years and years, or it's gonna take me like lifetimes or something, because there's so much like nonsense. But like with just don't believe your thought, you're like out of it in like less than a second. So I don't know. I just think it's like the best thing ever. So I'm not really speaking to like both of you, because I know both of you don't believe your thoughts already, but maybe like someone somewhere will like hear this, and like no matter how much, because I sometimes people say, like they write a message and they go, yeah, but it's easy for you, or they say, yeah, but like what about all this? And like no matter what, no matter, even if like you have like a million stories and a million emotions and a million thoughts, like nothing can make you stay caught up in a false world if you don't want to. And really, if you don't want to, then you can just choose to not believe your thoughts. And it's not difficult. And it's not even easy, because it's like naturally you're not believing thoughts. To believe a thought is like something that comes like after. So it means like just don't do anything at all. Like I remember at one point I heard like the words, it was in like A Course in Miracles, and the way it worded it was like, I need do nothing. And I just like, sometimes when you hear some words that are true, something in you just recognizes it and just knows. Or like maybe it just like hits your heart or something and you just know. So when I hear that, like, I need do nothing, it's like, it's like a relief. Like I don't have to do anything. So even like not believing your thought or something, it's like that actually is not doing anything. Because sometimes people think, oh, but I have to like make an effort now to not believe my thought. But actually, it's not like, it's not a doing something. Because I was talking to Annette the other day, and we were talking about something, I don't know. But anyway, we said, don't believe your thoughts. And I said to her, don't like not believe your next thought as a thought, but just like don't believe your next thought. Because actually, like sometimes you can turn it into a thought or an idea, and then it seems like you're doing something. It seems like, okay, I have to like not believe my next thought. But like not believing your next thought means you're not doing anything at all. Hi Shanti. You have coffee? Nice. Is it morning time? Good morning. We can't hear you. No. I can just see your mouth going. Oh. Sorry, I'd love to hear you. Maybe if you take your earphones out, but maybe it might. 1 minute. Namaste, Pravati. Pravati is on YouTube. No, we can lip read.
I love you.
We love you too. You can hear? You can hear you. Good. Parvati says she's at work, so she can't come in to hang out. And Stacey says, it was amazing to find out that the voice in the head isn't mine, and I didn't have to listen to it or believe it. LOL. Yeah, big LOL. It's actually like amazing that we believed that voice in our head. Ever. Isn't it? Like, how can we even believe it? If you want to say anything, Shanti, you can type it as well and I can read it for you. Okay, I have an idea, okay? I don't know why I'm saying it because I don't even want to do it. But I'm just gonna say it anyway. So, like, we were saying that actually you can't talk about it at all. Um, and no one has ever like spoken about like what is, and no one ever will, okay? So we can just accept that. We're not even gonna bother trying. But the only thing that we can do is to like point to it. So maybe we could like try to point to it, and we can all have a go of trying to point to it. And you can't be like right or wrong. You can just say whatever words just come. And I'll go last. Because even though I'm saying I don't know. It's not that I don't want to do. Just anyway, same as you.
What comes up?
Because we can all point to it. You're in? Okay.
What comes up immediately when you say that is, I remember in one of Muji's satsangs that he said, in what way am I going to point to it? Here, here, here.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good one.
It is a good one. It's like, how can you point to it? That is good. Because somehow it feels like even though if you're completely clear in your heart what is being pointed to, it's like somehow when you're speaking you can hear your words, and I think it's just that if you're listening with your mind, that the mind is not going to understand. So whenever we're speaking, we just have to know that we're speaking directly to the heart, and you don't even have to like be concerned about if it reaches anywhere or not, because the heart naturally knows everything. So even if you said, okay, so this might not even point, but even if you just said it's just here, effortlessly here, without doing anything at all. Like, so if you listen to that with your mind, you might be like, yeah, but and the mind would say lots of things. But like actually your heart already knows. So it's not really like the way Ananta says, it's not so important about what words we use. isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
When the lights are where's the lights?
Be quiet.
And go to sleep all the time. So
We don't mind some Jess noise.
Okay. Yeah, she's yakking.
It's okay.
I want to go to sleep, and you know why I can't go to sleep? Because there's light in my eyes, and when there's light in my eyes, I can't go to sleep.
She's telling me off. I'm not sure what we're doing, but I just felt to say something anyway. But it's kind of, it's like, it's something that you can say when you don't know anything at all. It feels like that for me. It's like the only way you can really speak about it is when you don't know. You know, like it's like emptiness talking. It's like as soon as, like you're saying, as soon as you feel like you know something, it's like that's not it. You know,
Yeah.
as soon as you feel like your mind sort of comes in and goes, then it's like, then you try to explain from there, it just doesn't, that's not, it doesn't make sense, and it just kind of gets distorted.
Yeah.
I feel it just like comes sometimes. You're just talking to someone like Dennis and I talking, and it just comes like, you know, something comes out of you and you sort of like surprise yourself, like,
Yeah.
it's like Father's everywhere, you know, he just
Yeah.
comes out of everyone at
Yeah.
random times. It's like that. And then I notice like mine comes in, it's like, oh, that was so good, and you start getting this kind of cocky feeling, and then, you know, and then you notice that as well, and you're like,
Mm.
it's all these little things that are happening.
Mm.
So the point is like, there's not really even a pointer, is there? There's not anyone pointing, because as soon as there's someone pointing, then it's like, that's not it. You know?
Yeah.
It's like mind's taking it and just trying to explain it, and
Yeah.
it just comes. That's how I feel. It just comes, and you're kind of as impressed with it as, you know, like it's like you're listening to something with yourself.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm gonna mute. Just wanted to share that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Shanti says, I'm still waking up. I'm pointing at you. Good one. We were actually just talking about waking up, probably at the point when you were waking up. Like before you joined, we were talking about waking up. Because I was just saying I love waking up in the morning. And like that point where like your existence just appears all of a sudden. It's like you just, yeah. It's like there's nothing, and then there's still nothing, but you know there's nothing. Because I don't know, like when you're without being, do you really know there's nothing? Because you kind of just don't. You don't really know anything at all.
Can I share something about that?
Yeah, please do.
Lately, when I wake up, it's like, well, dreams seem to be a bit more clear. Like, I know that I'm dreaming, but then like you'll be dreaming, and then it's like waking up as a dream. Like then you know, like then this comes, like you open your eyes and the room's here, and you know, kids' voices and all that. It's like it's all one. It's like one big dream.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
and even you notice like the identity coming on, like the thoughts coming and you know, the energies or whatever. I don't really know particular ones, but yeah, it's like one dream. It's like before it was like that dream and reality, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now it just feels like it's one dream. It's like it's just like it's weird. It's like what a few times it's happened. I wake up and it's just like I'm dreaming and then I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
It's not like two separate things. It's just like the dream changes into this dream. Yeah.
This is a nice dream. It is like that.
It's like one
Just
big,
like
one big dream.
it is.
It's funny how, like, like you said before, how the heck did this happen? How do we think this is reality and, you know, like, that was a dream and this is reality and,
Mm.
yeah.
And you know the way like people think, or like there's like some ideas going around that like in the waking state it's like somehow like less, I don't know, like magical stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But actually like the waking state dream is just as magical as the other dreams, and anything is possible. Isn't
It's become, it's become more, like, India was just completely magical, like,
it? Yeah.
dreamlike. I
Yeah,
noticed that while I was there.
I think India has some, just like the way people have like different energies, different like bodies have different energies. I feel like different countries
Yeah.
have some kind of different energies as well. And I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe it's different for everyone, but I experience India like that as well. It's like one of the most magical places. It's like Matt Deviki said when we were there. She said India is like a god or a playground for the gods.
Yeah.
Remember she said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's totally like that. I mean, like the whole world is a playground for all of us, but India seems to be like it seems to be like really quick. Like
Yeah.
everything happens really quick, and it's somehow really obvious. It's really obvious that everything is a dream and you're there. I mean, it's obvious everywhere, but it's like heightened there or something.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I remember the first time I went to India, I felt like that. Like if it was like if I just thought something, then it would like appear straight away, like within the space of like a minute or something. Whereas like stuff like that happens everywhere in the world, but like yeah, just like in India, it's like really fast. It's like India itself is a master. I feel like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe it's not like that for everyone, but for me, it's like that. So I was like amazing when it's just a thought, okay, but it's a nice thought and it's just a dream. But like when I was in Arunachala, like Tiruvannamalai, it was just like master overload because like I was in India in Tiruvannamalai like with Arunachala and with Ananta. So it's just
Yeah.
like master and master and a master and a master.
Yeah.
So it
Too
was
much.
like
Like an overload.
that.
Too much grace.
Yeah, too much grace. I like that. Mm.
Uh, oh,
Whole bed.
oh, Rube's coming now.
Mm.
Everybody's in bed tonight. Just the
Let's
cat
say
sleeping.
hi to Ribs.
Hi.
Hi.
She can't hear actually. She's got her ears off to
Yeah.
see.
Hi.
Yeah, no ears.
That must be
She can lip
nice.
read. She can lip read though. She's good at lip reading.
Yeah, I'm just saying good night.
Hi, Dennis.
Hello,
Hello.
hello everyone. Everyone's silent.
Yeah, pretty much at this moment.
Oh, let's see. I want to see what this is. Shanti says, Jessie said, I can't go to sleep when the light's on, which is interesting because it's like if the light of awareness is seen, then there can't be sleep. Thanks for that one, Jess. Yeah. Sat time with Jess.
And that was a telling off that thing too. That was good. Oh,
The internet is a miracle, isn't it?
yeah.
In a way. Kind
It
of.
was crazy. We're saying that, I was saying that to Ruby the other day. We're driving somewhere, and she's like, "Mum, how is it that we can ring someone and like instantly they hear us? Like, how does it travel?" Because we saw like a phone tower, and I was telling her there's a phone tower, and she's like, "Oh." We started talking about that. It's amazing.
But you know
Instantaneous
what?
from.
I can't understand all them things. So I know there's like explanations, but they actually don't make any sense at all. Like,
No.
so right now, okay, we can see each other, we can hear each other, and there's no time delay. So if you actually believed that there was such thing as distance,
Yeah.
okay, then if there was distance, even if all the light that's here has to somehow like get into the computer. Okay, this is very non-technical. And if the sound somehow has to turn into waves, if you believe in distance, it still has to travel. And even if it travels like really fast,
Yeah.
like it has to travel, like this sound of this voice has to travel, including my accent and everything, okay? Everything about it. It has to travel along like a little wire. What the hell? It's just not even believable at all. Like how does anyone fall for that?
Yeah.
It's like the only thing that makes sense
It's
is
because
that
I have an
everything is in your consciousness and everything is just like arising here in your consciousness. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like so glad for satsang because the world actually makes no sense whatsoever and it's never going to make sense and the only thing that makes everything make sense is that it's all just like an appearance and an imagination and a dream. The only thing that actually makes sense. Isn't it? Like people have tried to explain to me how telephones work, okay? And how TVs work, but I don't know, I'm not falling for
Yeah.
even like phenomenally. Like it doesn't I can't doesn't I don't
No. It's just that
Pretty.
oh, did you hear that? She said you look really pretty.
know.
She likes you, I think. She said that in India, remember?
But can she see the computer? I can't see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no, she's next to me. They're in bed.
Cute.
Even Mummy's in bed.
Yeah, oh, so cute.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? They give an explanation and then that's it. It's like, okay, this is how it works.
Yeah, and you're supposed to just accept it. And actually we do. We just accept everything without questioning it.
I need
Yeah.
to go pressy here.
It's like, how do the ones that get it actually get it? You know, like some of us don't get it, and it's like I can't be bothered trying to figure it out. Just forget it, you know. And then there's others that are like, you know, they completely get it and they're trying to explain it to someone. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I know it's crazy. Eh?
Mm. I'm sure there's like plenty of people in the world who would like hear me talking and go, she is like weird. Or
She
she's
is
just
Lala.
completely like
She's
stupid.
Yeah, she just needs help.
Yeah.
It's all back to front, isn't it?
Everything is like back to front and upside down and inside out. Shanti says teleportation's coming. Yeah, probably is.
Oh yes, we'll all be
That'd be
coming out Father's bathroom, toilet. You know the toilet. We're like that'll be the room where we come
That'll
out.
be the teleportation.
That's the teleportation room. Phew.
Yeah.
Gone Saturday.
Yeah. I thought about that and I feel like I can easily imagine that Ananda will be like the first person to do teleportation that time.
Yeah.
Or like maybe not teleportation, but like you know that thing, what is it? When it's just like a projection, like a light projection thing. Yeah, holograph, yeah. Yeah, he'll be the first person to do holographic setting. I nominate him.
Nominated.
Yeah. And Shanti says, a lot of the time when I stop and look around, I feel like, how did I get here? Like everything, the furniture, the surround, everything just appeared all at once. Yeah, same.
Hmm.
It's like you just find yourself in another dream.
Completely definitely because I didn't even put any shit in there.
It's quite funny in our house. Ruby has no ears, and
Yeah.
Jess tries to talk to her, and it's just funny.
Can
She's
she hear
talking like
anything at all?
no, nothing.
Nothing. It must be
Maybe
nice
if you. Yeah, yeah,
to be able to just turn off all the sound.
yeah. At bedtime mostly. She does it at bedtime,
Hmm.
and she falls asleep pretty quick. But she talks like really loud.
She's trying to hear herself speaking.
She can't hear herself, so she talks really
I'm
loud.
meant to be talking to Dennis and stuff.
Oh, you're not talking loud now. Oh, look. It's all of them. It's Shanti, Dennis, Ambika, Amber, and us.
I'm here.
Oh, you can't. Far out. She can't hear me. I'm talking to her. Never mind.
Bye, Parvati. Parvati says she has to go to a meeting. So, bye.
Why does she have to go? Why just up in bed?
I might mute for a bit.
Look at Teddy's.
You're welcome, Shanti. You know, I feel like being here with all of you, it's the same as being in satsang. And it doesn't matter if we're like talking or not talking. But somehow just because all of you have like Father in your heart, it makes it very like obvious and clear. Like just yeah. This presence is like I don't know, but it's actually always obvious, but it's very like I don't know. It's beautiful. Mm. She's like a little angel. I know you might not say that, but she looks like a little angel. She has an angel heart. So we can have like regular Sangha hangouts if you want, at least until like um satsang starts again. If you want to, I'm happy to like start it, and then you can come if you want. You want that or no? Yay or nay? Yes. Okay. Good. Yay. Okay. So maybe like not every day, but maybe every like second or third day or something, or maybe I don't know. Whatever you say. What day is it today? Tuesday. Yeah. What time is it, Shanti, in your place? No. Maybe like there'll be different. It's 7:19 a.m. So you're like, is it the 15th or the 16th of December? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Where you are? Too? Tuesday, Tuesday. Um, yeah, sure. We'll probably be like different people every day or every time. Well, that's okay. So, would anyone like to sing a song? Here, you know what? I'm gonna get something to read it for a second. Just came in my mind. Wait for a second, wait. Sorry. Stacy says it's 4:19 a.m. So I'm wondering why you're awake at 4:19 a.m. But it's very great that you are. Okay, I just had this idea because I read a beautiful chapter in here the other day, and it's called it's in the Ribhu Gita. I'm out of breath after running upstairs. Sorry. It's in the Ribhu Gita, and it's called Greatness of the Sage. And actually, I'm going to read the whole chapter because no, I'm not going to read the whole chapter now. Run there. But I'm just going
Hi,
to.
Amba. Mucho, baby.
Hi, Randy.
Hey. Yeah. Hi, Shivani. Hi, everyone. Petra. Petra, is that Petra?
Petra is Ambika.
Hi, everyone. Wow. Yeah. And
Okay, I'm going to read this, okay?
the meeting.
Huh?
We missed. Sorry, we were sleeping. So much
That's
energy, meeting so many masters. So much energy. We had to sleep it off.
oh, very
So
good.
much energy. We met today.
Oh, I can't hear you very well,
Yeah.
Randy.
Sorry. Okay. So I'm disturbing you guys. So
Huh?
I'll listen.
Okay. So we're like nearly finished, and I just had the idea that I was going to read a part of this because I was reading chapter 19 of the Ribhu Gita, and it's called Greatness of the Sage. And I just had like Ananta in my heart the whole time when I was reading it, so then I felt like I wanted to read the whole chapter, but I'm just going to read this one part. And actually, I don't know what part it is that I'm going to read, so I'm just reading it. Okay, that would be great if any of you sing. Anyway. Okay, so the darshan of a steadfast sage is a bat in a holy river. The darshan of a steadfast sage is the worship of a deity. The darshan of a steadfast sage is japa and tapas. The darshan of a steadfast sage is the performance of duties. The darshan of a steadfast sage is a vision of Shiva. The darshan of a steadfast sage is service to Shiva. The darshan of a steadfast sage is rare to come by in all the three worlds for everyone. By offering with pleasure generous food to a venerable sage, by giving with sincerity necessary material offerings to a meritorious sage, by doing a variety of devoted services to a supreme sage, the rare bliss of liberation can be easily attained. There is no doubt of this. The great bliss of liberation, while yet alive, can be attained by securing the strength of knowledge, by the worship with flowers of a sage. Thereafter, liberation out of the body, by that bliss of liberation can be attained. Hence, to attain the state of liberation with no cognizance of oneself, rid of the debilitating fear of repetitious birth and death, one should resort to the worship of a sage. So I just want to say, like, thank you to Ananta for all of his grace that is like always shining on all of us, on this whole Sangha and anybody who comes in contact with him. And also to Mujiji. Can't not say thank you to Muji. Okay, you want to sing, Shivani?
Okay, I might sing. We'll see. Okay. We'll give it a go. Yeah.
Sitaram.
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 Jai Jai Sitaram.
Jai Jam.
Sitaram.
Jai Jai Jam.
Sitaram. Jai Jai. I can't do it. Run out of breath. Okay, start again. Ready? Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram.
Mom,
Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram.
Sitaram.
Jai
Jai Ram. Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, that's the worst voice ever. Okay, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
No, it wasn't the worst ever. It was very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Jess and Shivani and Rubes.
Take it back.
Thank you. Nice harmonies. Thank you to all of you for joining us on Sangha Hangout, and we hope that we'll be back to hang out with each other again sometime soon. Thank you.